I said, bro, to be honest with you, Edgar could have. It's people that's super dedicated and super talented. I said, bro, that's still asking a lot, even from a motherfucker who dedicated to fight four rounders and then just go to the upper echelon. Even a person who not missing no workouts, work going 110% every day. That's still even from that motherfucker. That's still asking a lot. So from somebody who you feel like not the most dedicated is definitely asking for a lot. Um, I understand it because when the bag come, you can't not turn down the bag. So I get it. You know, you can't predict 16 first round knockouts. So
Hell no.
that's how you start your career and the bag come. You know, you get it. But this is the con. This is the con to that though. Like I said, you're gonna be rich. That's for sure. But the con was what happened. The other
Like,
is that development process is only gonna always be but so good because, like I said, 16 rounds and then throwing somebody in the mix, like you're not Lomachenko, so like you couldn't really give me 16 rounds. You can't get somebody 16 professional rounds and then just say, all right, here go the upper onslaught of the division. What do you think? Yeah, right.
you had that confidence from Canelo, nigga. Even though he lost, he had that confidence. That shit made him feel crazy.
Yeah, I don't, and then that's another thing. I don't know what confidence we talking about.
And that he felt good just going to 12 with him because everybody kept saying he was gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, that's because he ain't opened up like how he did with Shiraz. If he opened up, because to be fair, he opened up. That's why Shiraz knocked him out. He did try. He did try to unleash some shit. He didn't open up against Canelo. So you know, Edgar actually opened up against Hamza Shiraz. So
Right.
that's what caused him to get knocked out. So you know, it's gonna be a little easier to survive, man, if that's what you're trying to do, versus you trying to win. He actually was trying to win against Hamza when that fight started. That's why he didn't survive.
And that boy, yeah, they been talking crazy. The whole fight we were before the fight, Edgar was talking crazy, crazy.
I give him that though. He tried to win. I give him that. That's like I said. That's why he got knocked out. He opened himself up. He didn't go in there. Like I said, at least he ain't talk shit and through the Canelo joint and hold his hands. He talked shit. He went in there. He tried to open up. He tried to land some big shit. It
Yeah.
looked. It looked explosive too, even when he didn't land it. But the IQ, you gotta set the power up, or that shit just gonna keep looking explosive and it's not gonna land. But like you could
You
tell,
ain't
like
gonna see that shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like you could tell though, like if it land, that shit gonna hurt. That shit could hurt Hamza though, because like I said, that shit explosive for sure. It got popped, but you need the IQ to land that pop because Edgar IQ so bad that not so bad, but it's not as good to where he could just set it up how he need to set it up. In fact, you got to be standing right there for Edgar to hit you. In fact, you actually Edgar got to realize. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, Edgar damn near take a round or two to realize that you right there to be hit before he really start putting his hands on you. Like he just got to get that IQ up, and I just think it's gonna be hard to do. Hard to do right now because if you're willing to work your way up, if you're willing to go to the bottom to learn some shit, it might be possible. But if we talking about going straight into the Diego Pacheco's, the Envilis, the now Hamza Shiraz, Caleb Prince of the world, with that IQ, they all gonna stop him. Not just Hamza Shiraz, they all gonna stop him.
No, man, he just didn't. I don't know. We kind of like we said before the fight. We already knew the skill gap was just a little wide. We just was thinking Edgar, like you said, he got the power to hurt him. If he catch him, it could be bad. But that's all we was kind of banking on from Edgar for real. We didn't really say anything else that he tried to pull out his bag. Probably wasn't gonna work.
They ain't standing a chance to me, man. Like I said,
I mean, only thing I gave because I was like, obviously Hamza moving up. That's the only concern I really had for Hamza.
yeah.
Other than
Hamza,
that, though,
Hamza was legit. This weight class, long term process. This weight class belong to whoever better out of Diego Pacheco and Hamza Shiraz. I like him Billy, but I don't think he could beat them guys. But
and he big as hell too, Hams.
what I will say is the Carlos fight still the Carlos fight. So you gotta kind of look at how that Billy fight and kind of be like, who knows if he because that's a guy who remember when I was saying like, do you trust Edgar to do the shit he's supposed to do? And it's like, I mean, not really. I trust him Billy to do the things he's supposed to do to be successful. That don't mean it's gonna work, but I trust him to do it. And I feel like that'll be another fight where we really get to see if Hamza is who we say he is. Because like I said, Edgar, that's a good one, good knockout, great performance. But Edgar not good enough for me to still believe like, all right, this the guy who I thought he was before the Adames fight. Mind you, I'm more high on him. Obviously, I was high on me, then I wasn't as high. I'm a little higher than I was, but I still need Edgar not the guy who to beat for me to be as high on you as I was before the Carlos Adames fight. You being Billy, then we talking. But off the eye test, I think him and Diego Pacheco is the biggest threat to Canelo at 168 and the biggest threat to the division. I think the guy who probably gonna take over that division the next 2-3 years probably gonna be them two.
Hamza, bro, he be a big dude, man.
Diego is too.
Yeah, they kind of like similar in size, like they real lanky, for the weight class. When they was in the ring, bro, I'm like, bro, that nigga's big, bro. And obviously he probably rehydrated. He was probably, fucking 180 in there.
Yeah, and like I said, he did say he needed to move up after the Carlos Adames fight, but we always look at it as an excuse. So a lot of
right. And then you see shit like this where like maybe he was right. But you still can't take away Carlos' performance either, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can't take it away, but like you said, make it more believable. But I don't even want to do that because it's going to look hindsight over 2020. So I don't want to talk shit.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, Carlos. I mean, Hamza just had a bad night, and because that make it seem like Carlos just wasn't that good when he really won that fight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I don't want to say that, but
this the crazy. And another good thing to Hamza, like even if it was a bad night, I don't want to say even if it was definitely a bad night. But even in the bad night, he didn't get blitzed away. I thought he should have lost, but I don't think he should have lost by a lot. I just thought Carlos won the fight. So even if that's going to be your worst night against an elite fighter, championship level fighter, and you still could somehow win 4 or 5 rounds against that top competition on a bad day, like I said, on a good day, he might really be the next world champion at the division. Obviously, Canelo got all the belts hold up. Turkey want Hamza to fight Canelo. That's why I keep telling niggas. That's why I keep telling people. People think this nigga Turkey on Bud's side. I be telling motherfuckers that nigga not on Bud's side. That shit he not on.
He fuck with Hamza.
He not on that man's side. He can't be. And the reason I keep saying that, and mind you, the next debate is gonna be like, Turkey literally said, like, I fuck with Bud more. Cool, he did. But the business tell me that he like Canelo a little bit more. Because you can't be walking around saying that Hamza deserved Canelo in 2026 and he could be undisputed and you want Bud to win. How the fuck he gonna be undisputed in 2026 against want Bud to win? So, like I said, people gotta read between the lines. That should look like he on Bud's side. Canelo calling Turkey Bud uncle and all that.
Yeah.
So even Canelo kind of feel like Turkey not on his side. But if Canelo even pay attention, man, that man wants you to win. That nigga tweeted after the fight, Hamza deserve Canelo in 2026.
He did say that.
What the fuck y'all think that mean? Y'all think he deserve him with no belts? Y'all think he meant that he want his young boy to fight him to be the first undisputed champion from that country with no belts? That don't make sense. So it's like, we want that nigga Canelo to win. I'm trying to tell you.
Kev, speaking of motherfucking, I just thought about something about motherfucking Turkey. Shout out to Turkey for this one at least. The nigga making all his fights free on the zone after November.
Yeah.
So that's lit. Nigga ain't gotta pay no more pay-per-views for that bitch.
That's always good. I'm gonna join on my on the iPad in like 10 minutes.
No, you remember I told you they got me for a contract to zone, so this is perfect timing. Y'all see, now it's a reason to have that motherfucker.
Go to the board. As soon as I see that, I say, I think I asked both for his account.
No, yeah, I got you. Nigga, we ain't gotta pay for shit, steal the motherfucking shit, but we still gotta wait till the November card. I was hoping they did it for the Canelo shit, but that's Netflix though, right?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I already requested off for that day. They know not to call me. I've not played no games. They know not to call me because I miss some. I miss not. I never miss the main fights at fight nights, but for the most part, I've been missing a lot of fights. So it's like, I ain't missing that one because.
No.
I mean, to be honest, if they didn't prove it, I was gonna call out anyway. I'm just glad they approved it so I can still get paid.
That's how I be. Like, I'm just trying to do it official. If you don't do it, I'm still.
So it's like I'm not coming regardless. So it's like I'm just trying, like I said, get the card out. So
Yeah, hurry up before one of my motherfucking motherfucking my auntie might pass away or something. I don't know. You feel me?
Motherfucker.
Right before auntie or aunt pass, man. Y'all don't want my auntie to die, do you? You better forget my shit. That shit be crazy.
We should take on Shakur Stevenson, man. He get a lot of praise. The shit was unreal to see for me. The most unreal thing about it was I ain't seen a motherfucker be that efficient since like Floyd Mayweather. Like no bullshit. And mind you, that was even more efficient than he normally is efficient. That's how efficient that nigga was. Bro, when you show the punch stats, bro, that nigga landed 51% of total shots, bro. He landed 1 out of every 2 punches that night, bro. So it's like that efficiency is like just out of this world. Like I said, even he around the 40s, just like all the great calculated punches. They're around the Bud Crawfords, the Floyds, the Shakurs. They're around that low 40s. That's a high clip. So even he like I said, outdid himself. Like so, it's like to see that in real time. It was like, damn, he literally landed 1 out of every 2 punches he throw. That's fucking. That accuracy was just like crazy.
And I know that shit was frustrating for Zepeda, dog.
But he landed more shots and threw for like 300-400 less punches. That's crazy.
Bro, that nigga core performance, like you said, though, man, he did everything except knock him out, bro. Literally, it's like he did literally everything except knock him out. It was a great performance, dog. He stood there right in front of him and made the nigga miss all night long. He got clipped with some little bullshit. You know, we seen a little stumble.
Yeah, that was it'd be his daughter out of pocket too.
His daughter crazy. She like, he almost knocked you out.
I mean, kids, they tell you the truth, man. They don't
know.
What
to say. I don't know the lie, bro. I saw you stumble, bro, after getting.
That's what I'm gonna say. So technically, and her brain like almost knocking somebody out is if I hit a motherfucker, he about to fall, and it's like you almost about to fall, Pop, after he hits you. So.
That's supposed to be a knockout, Pop. Put your hands up.
That was the only thing, just to see it in real time was just to see, like I said, that efficiency was out of this world. He did what he had to do, man. My only thing that concerns me is still the power. As efficient as he was, like Zepeda did slow down, but he kind of didn't. Like he did, obviously, but if you look at his punch stats, he threw 99 punches around. Threw like 91, so he did, but he didn't. So it's like that's the concerning part to me is we assume once these combinations and these flurries start landing, like a nigga gonna slow down. Yeah. He didn't slow down. He still threw. Nigga threw like 900 punches. Like I say, he usually threw 1,000 or something, but he about 150 less from what he normally do. So like I said, technically you did slow it down the way he normally do, but. Like I said, that was a brilliant performance. And like I said, if you can do that over and over and over again, like Floyd did, then that's cool. But you still got the tanks, and like I said, when them 3, 4, 5 shots landing on Tank, like I said, you still got to ask yourself. Obviously, I'm still picking Shakur to beat him just because of the accuracy, and that's what I always meant. I feel like he validated that night when I said Shakur he's a sharper puncher than Tank. I'm just talking about from A to B. I'm talking about if both of them on a heavy bag, and I say, yo, throw a jab, throw a 1-2, throw a 1-2-3. There's not gonna be too many people in boxing, period, who gonna throw it as mechanically better than Shakur Stevenson. The punch from point A to point B just on single shots is probably the best. Is probably the best in the world right now, and that performance proved it. That nigga literally landed 51%, and that's from point. That's just from A to B of mechanically how sharp that shit is. So it's like little stuff like that is why I still pick Shakur. But like I said, when these 3, 4, 5 shots landing, and we thinking like that we all assume like that's what we need to be the Tank. But like I said, the power. I'm still wondering is it going to be enough to back Tank up? But like I said, it might not have to be enough. You might could just box him around. Because technically, Zepeda was backing Shakur up, and that wasn't enough. But like I said, I'm still picking Shakur just because, like I said, he too sharp. The punches from A to B. If he be first, and that Shakur who throw 40 punches or more in any night, it's gonna be hard to beat. But he do gotta be active in that fight. But like I said, he could do the Floyd thing and just outbox everybody like this.
And that's what I was kind of thinking too. Like, cause like you said, it just don't really seem like you broke him down. So, I mean, as long as he doing that, just like I was gonna compare him to Floyd. Like before you brought him up, I was gonna be like, shit, Floyd didn't really break nobody down. He just kind of had to beat people up and get the win. I'm thinking he gonna have to go that route, especially we already know he got brittle hands. You know what I'm saying? So he probably just trying to light you up anyway. Even though it did look like he was whipping some of them bitches. He stopped Zepeda in his tracks a couple times. Like Zepeda moving forward, and he got caught with something, had to stop and reset. So he had respectable power, but it just wasn't enough to be like, okay, I can't walk through that. You know what I'm saying?
Because like I said, he did pop he hit him with some shit. But it's like, even when you getting hit with some shit, it backed him up. But like, he still came back with like a 4-5 punch combo right after. Like, nothing backed him up and made him reconsider throwing a punch. Is what I mean. Floyd even might have a motherfuckers reconsider being as active. The power, as accurate as he was, it never made Zepeda reconsider throwing his hands at no fight. And like I said, with some fighters, I would say this is going to be like that. Like you got Maidana, certain people. There's not too many people in boxing history who literally throw as many punches as that motherfucker. So I can't even think of too many people who just going to be throwing 90 to 100 punches around.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too many motherfuckers who do that. We praise you for throwing 60, 70 punches around. We call you a high volume puncher. So to throw 90 and 100 is just crazy.
No, he be going crazy, man. His stamina's so crazy. He got to be in crazy shape to even do some shit like that. Like, nigga, arms don't be tired. I mean, shit. Brady got to be in that bitch doing 15 rounds.
Yeah. That's going to be a Zepeda, though. It's going to be a hard fight for him, too, though. What I like about that fight is when you look at the punch stats, technically both guys executed at the highest level of their game. Zepeda come in and throw 90 to 100 punches around, and he put the pressure on you every single minute of every round. And he did that. When Shakur come in and he outbox you, he move, he sit in the pocket sometimes, he accurate, he put kind of 3 and 4s together, and he did that. And like I said, they both executed at their highest level that night. That's what made that fight a good fight, is because when you look at the punch stats, it's like Shakur threw 400 to land 2-something. Zepeda threw like 9 to land 2-something. It's like they both landed 2-something. One just had to throw damn near 400 less punches. And the other, how he normally do to get to his number, you got to throw 1,000 punches. So Zepeda still almost got to his number and punches landed just because of how many punches he threw. So like I said, they both executed at the highest level of their game. That's what they mean when you want to see both. You want to see both guys execute at the highest level of their game. That's what that looked like.
No, that's what I said. Zepeda didn't look bad at all. It's just who he had in front of him. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really was.
They And to be honest, the paid is still gonna be a hard night if you can't hurt that guy.
Because everybody defense ain't about to be like that.
I'm about to
So
say that, and everybody ain't gonna be landing one out of every 2 punches on that motherfucking either. So that's the reason that he get to take his time and get sit on the ropes and might sit on the ropes for 30, 40 seconds straight. It's like you could take certain risks if you gonna land one out of every 2 shots you throw. You could take your time. Other
that's
they
nigga
got
never
that.
not miss it. It's crazy.
Basically, that's what I'm saying. He basically not missing. That's how I looked at it. And like I said, I ain't motherfucker be that efficient since Floyd. So, and like I said, I keep thinking about the Bud and Canelo fight every time I see somebody get out box because it keep having me thinking about the Bud joint where Canelo don't throw 3 and 4 punch combinations, man. And mind you, he's smart. He might be great. Well, I ain't gonna say he is great enough to his IQ. I'm pretty sure gonna tell him I gotta throw 3s and 4s. I kind of gotta. Basically, you gotta think in that. You know, you ain't had to think in your bag of tricks since probably for like the last 10 years. Just when we fight with because it's hard to win a fight against a slick fighter if you can't boom boom. Like any fighter for the most part will fight for a fucking living. They could take a single shot. That's what make Boost great. When people be like Boost get hit with good shots, he do get hit with eye catching shots, but he could take that if you only gonna hit it. That's sustainable if you not gonna put shit together. If that's gonna be your moments against no matter if it's Virgil, no matter who it is, if
You
that's
better knock him out with that bitch.
that's what I'm saying. If that's gonna be your moments where you getting single eye catching shots and you not doing boom booms on a nigga face, it's gonna be hard for you to beat that guy. So when I'm looking at Canelo and I'm like, yo, like he can't make Canelo miss everything. But if you're not gonna throw 3s and 4s, at no point in this fight it's very possible that you won't hit me with 2 shots in a row. And if I could mediate that, I could do enough offensively to win the fight. So it's like I said, them 3s and 4s better come out, man, because he Canelo. So playing devil's advocate to myself, somebody could tell me that 1-2 could be enough because that 2 gonna put him to sleep.
That bitch coming. Or that motherfucking hook he be throwing. That left hook. That bitch coming. But that bitch fast as hell too. You won't even see that bitch coming, dog. That bitch is hit
you. Want to know what's crazy that you said that? That's the part that's gonna be that I want to see Bud handle. For some reason, Canelo's gonna be faster than what they think.
No, that nigga's fast. That left hook come. You gotta be.
They gotta keep in mind that just how you expect to be fast because you a small guy going up. Canelo is also faster than these guys because he a small guy coming up to this weight class. Obviously, he not as small as Bud, but technically, Canelo first fight as professional at 15 years old. He's 140 pounds. So technically, he did come up. So you got to keep in mind, this guy coming up too. He got some speed on him too. Like I said, he 5'7", bro. He's not supposed to be fighting these big niggas. He's a hybrid. Like that nigga your height, and he out here fighting niggas who 200 pounds. Niggas who like so it's like that's hybrid shit. Niggas don't really fight at that weight class at 5'7" for real. And you're not gonna see it for a minute after him. And if you do see it, you're not gonna see nobody dominated like him.
Yeah, no, that nigga taking risk at 175 at 5'7". That nigga don't give a fuck.
So it's like they gotta understand he a big nigga. He bigger than you for sure because he from here with it, but he's still a small nigga too. He's a hybrid. Like I said, he's small. He kind of compact, but he still kept his speed. He didn't lose nothing.
That nigga fast, man. Just watching that nigga swing that bitch, or that even that motherfucking that shit he hit Edgar with, that shit came fast as hell.
And I ain't gonna lie, that's what when I watch shit like that, it's like, how the fuck do like I said, if Bud gotta sit, that's the thing too. That one shot that I'm talking about, Boost that be sustaining. Oh damn, I'm supposed to start.
About to switch it up.
Yeah. I'm about to start only. Yeah, I'm about to join you on this joint.
Bet. One dude we interviewed, he about to fight on Clarissa Card.
All right, that's good.
The one dude was his name, Camille. I guess you could call him Arab Chaldean. The nigga that I be going to the gym with type shit.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. He was just in there sparring today. The nigga, the other nigga we interviewed, they was sparring. Marcus, I don't know if you remember him.
The welterweight.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember niggas by their weight class.
No fact. No, they
We
was in that bitch getting it in
interviewed
today.
too many people. I had to find my method.
Man, no cap. It is in that bitch getting it in today.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing about the Canelo fight is, you know how I was saying, like, if you're gonna hit Boost with that one shot, you know how you say you're gonna have to knock him out. Is Bud chin enough to take that one good eye-catching shot occasionally throughout the fight, though? So, like, can he take? Because it's still Canelo. So can he take 4 or 5 eye-catching Jones? But mind you, this is a 12-round fight, and those are the only real good shots you're gonna land on this man. You're not gonna really be able to land nothing but them 4 or 5 eye-catching shots that you get on Boost throughout a 12-round process. That's sustainable. But we gotta ask ourselves: is Bud Chin, can he hold up to that one shot, that 4 or 5 shots through a 12-round process? Is his chin is like, because like I said, Boost is sustainable for Boost because he fighting niggas his size. Bud not fighting a motherfucker his size. So it's like, Boost could take the 4 or 5 eye catching that snap his head back throughout a 12-round fight. Because like I said, they his size or he bigger than them. This guy, like I said, he not fighting a motherfucker his size. I know he could take that 4 or 5 shots through a 12-round fight. If we talking about 154, if we talking about 47, I know he can. But we talking about 68.
Yeah. Nigga, 3 wakes up, nigga.
So it's like that 4 or 5 shots, that might be all you need if you Canelo. Like that's all I need, brother. I'm banging on that, and I'm gonna put him to sleep. You know what I mean? Because he still come, and like I said, Bud not chinny, but he reacts when he get caught clean. That's a thing that you gotta keep in mind too. That's another thing that most people not keeping in mind. He react good, but sometimes his body reacts another way. But like I said, it's gonna be a good fight. Like I said, Bud either gonna win or he going to sleep. That's how I see that fight, no bullshit. And if I'm Canelo, I might fight for the knockout. I might bank on him not being able to take that sustainable shot. Because like I said, I hit hard, man. Like if you Canelo, you know that man hit hard. And if you Canelo, you a great middleweight. I just feel like any great middleweight gotta assume, like, I hit this former lightweight champion on his chin, man. He going to bed. Fuck all that shit the fans talking about. So it's like they talking all that IQ boxing shit.
That'd be my motherfucking mindset.
Cause that's what I feel like. That's what he on. Like they talking all that skill shit. Fuck all that. When I touch that chin, we're gonna see how much skills a nigga got when your body drop. So it's like,
cause it ain't like that nigga ain't got no skill. He just got a certain style. You know what I mean? That could be manipulated.
Like the shot that you talk about with Edgar. What the fuck has Bud proved he could just go and take that and not go to sleep? Like that's a shot where Bud going to. He might, to me, I don't know, man. to me, you gotta remember, man, Edgar a big boy. He a big guy, and he survived. Cause like I said, he didn't try. So, and that's another reason that's gonna give Canelo a chance that people not talking about. You know how Edgar got knocked out because he opened up. Because you gotta when you try, you really do open up. Bud gonna open up because the man gonna really try to win. He gonna really try to whoop your ass because that's who he is. So he gonna open up, and like I said, it's asking a lot. Like I said, I got Canelo. I want Bud to win, but I got Canelo. But I'm rooting for Bud though.
Yeah, it's a tough one, dog. That's gonna be a every time I think about that shit, I'm like, bro, how did this shit even get made? A nigga just threw some money at their ass.
Then it's like all I know is yeah, Bud might go to sleep, man. Like I said, I understand. He great, but it's just I wouldn't pick no man to go up 2 weight classes and beat somebody to beat the best fighter there. That's just asking a lot.
He is asking a lot, man. I think I'm still rolling with Bud, man. I'm just, I'm believing. I'm on the believe train.
No, I
Fuck
root for Bud. I don't think he will win, but that's who I want to win
it.
though. That's
Man,
who's
fuck
acting.
it. I'm gonna just take my L if he get knocked out, man. Fuck it. I just take my being wrong,
And
man.
then
I'm picking my nigga Bud, man. He in there working, he growing. He got that nigga Lester Martinez in there punching on him. I'm a believe in him.
yeah, they out of pocket too. Speaking of my man Lester, I just seen the Ring Magazine top 10 super middleweights. They didn't have my man Lester in there. They acting crazy. Lester, another person that's in the mix with Hamza and David Pachenko. He just more under the radar than them guys. But
Yeah.
Lester can really fight. And
Not no Moto Turkey trying to put that nigga on cars though. He
I
starting to come
know
up.
I heard that they talking about that and they Turkey say he want him to fight in Billy.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my man Lester gonna get the job done. You already know I'm hiring Lester. You know, I feel like I know about him. I feel like I caught on a little earlier than most boxing heads caught on because, like I said, he not as big as the Caleb Prince and the Edgars and the Diegos and everybody else at that weight class. But that motherfucker will fight, and he a counter puncher. Like I said though, I like that style to get you ready for Canelo though, because like I said, he remind me of Canelo a lot. He a puncher, but he not the most active puncher. But that's because he accurate and he hit hard. So
No, that nigga punching. Nah, I
yeah,
like him and Billy though. Ben Billy, he just got he seemed a little wild to me.
yeah, that's why I got Lester. Lester a counter puncher. That shit accurate. Like I say, like Canelo, he come in with a high guard. He walk you down. He not gonna throw too many 4 or 5 punch combinations. He throw more of those than Canelo though. 'Cause obviously he's younger, but he rely off power and accuracy. He not really throwing 60, 70 punches around. He throwing around 45 punches around, and that's how he getting his work down. And he hit hard enough and he accurate enough to keep it at that rate.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hope he come in that fight as an underdog because if he do, then I'm definitely gonna put my money on Lester. But sometimes the boxing heads they be knowing, so he might not. But Lester, he another person that could fuck everybody money up. Lester could fight for it.
No, yeah, I'd definitely throw a dub or something on Lester if they make that. I think they trying to put that on
Yeah.
the what you call it too. The
That's
Crawford.
only if he come in as the underdog though, because he might come in as the favorite. Because sometimes I be thinking niggas don't know, because somebody might be more popular until you look at
The rankings and shit.
until you go look at the odds, and I'll be like, oh, all right, niggas not as dumb as I be thinking niggas is. They because like I said, even the Edgar fight, Hamza was the favorite, but I just had to go check because niggas was talking too crazy, and it was real close. I'm saying, oh damn, like this a little popularity jump. But even the Bud jump shocked me. I always thought Spencer be the favorite in that fight, just because it's really a close fight and he more popular. So I'm like the fact that it is 50-50 and he more popular, he probably definitely gonna be the favorite. But Bud was the favorite slightly. So it's like even they be knowing sometimes. So Lester fucking around coming as the favorite, but he
No,
might
yeah.
not though. Sometimes they don't know.
I be thinking they probably gonna be looking at them rankings, obviously, and Billy ranked really high at the weight class and shit.
Shit. If they do that, then I'm definitely putting like a VC on my man.
Yeah, that's what I was like, man. I got to see what the odds is. I
I
fuck with
hope
Lester
he come in.
Martinez though. Who else they trying to put on? It was them two and Jared Anderson and Jarrell Miller.
Yeah, he gonna beat him up.
That nigga. OG had popped in the comments and said Jared don't want that fight, man. He said his body language is off.
No, his he right, but it's not because of. I don't think it's because of that. I think he more depressed than like. I don't think he's scared of that man.
No, no,
I think
no.
he. I think he just more like not in it. To be honest, I think he's not in it mentally. I think he still. I still think he still think he could beat everybody up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
But I just don't think he in love. He already wasn't in love, but I just don't think he all the way there mentally yet. And only way he get back there mentally is you gotta knock somebody out on a big stage and look impressive, because that's gonna make that's what he need for his mental. He need that to not fall back in love, but whatever he had that was keeping him on his run, he need that back. So it's like, and the only way that come back probably is if you have a great performance on the big stage and everybody praising you, then that'll get you, back to how you was. So I think he'll take the big should take the big baby fight. I'd pick him to beat the big baby fight. He real aggressive, but he not active. He put a lot of mental pressure on you. But he don't have one punch knockout power. So it's gonna be pretty hard to beat. It's pretty hard for me to see him beat Jared Anderson. I know you're gonna try to mold him and all that, but I still
Yeah.
pick Jared Anderson to beat him.
You know as soon as the bell rang, he gonna be pressing him.
Yeah, but I think he just get picked apart because he just walked to you with a high guard, and like I said, he more mental pressure. He not active with his shit. So it's like he more Oscar Valdez. He not like Zepeda. He more Oscar Valdez, where his shit more calculated pressure. So he don't let his hands go as much. Like I said, last time he let his hands go for was when he got caught for the stuff. But uh, he don't let his hands go, and he come with main defense as a high guard. And, you know about them high guards, man. Anybody who offensively talented, and you give them a high guard, they gonna pick that shit off for the most part. And like I said, Jared, Big Baby, the bigger one, older one, he not a one punch knockout guy. He accumulation puncher. He need to beat you up to stop you and start hurting you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about to say. You mean he just big as fuck? He probably strong as hell.
So,
That's the only
but
thing. But I mean, I would pick Jared to beat him too. I just need Jared to get his mindset back
he's
there,
slow.
man,
Like there should have a good night. He should take that fight. He
and just
should.
get money back on the Saudi card.
Yeah. If I'm him, I take that fight. And like I said, lock back in, look good, look impressive, get another bag, and that's how he get back in the mix, and that's how he get out of that mental. To me, I think, like I said, I think you gotta basically get back to where you was or get that feeling again. That's the only way to get the feeling again is you gotta go out there and you gotta perform.
Hell yeah, niggas just gotta want to do that shit though, man.
Like Shakur just went through it, even though he ain't lose, but you could just see how excited he is and how he liked the praise. So the fact that he liked the praise and how emotional he was after the fight, you could just tell like he might be more excited now because he like every fighter like he liked the fans screaming and all that, and like I
Hell
said,
yeah,
it was just a different environment. Everybody praising you, telling you how good you is. So it's like, and that comes from when you put on good performances. That's gonna get you back to wanting to put on more and more good performances instead of being on that. Because sometimes it'd be like, fuck the fans. I need to just win,
yeah, fact.
and that's how you get out of that mentality a little bit. And because sometimes it's not about just. Sometimes the fighters take it wrong when we be telling them shit. Like when we're not asking you like not to win or to risk losing to be more exciting. We just saying that's not your best self. That's all we saying. We not saying to risk losing just to put on a fan. I mean, just to put on the exciting performance from us. All we saying is we know that's not the best you. We know that you could produce more. That's all we saying when we criticize them. So it's like that's all that should be.
Yeah, facts. And like you said, a nigga don't want to keep hearing that running shit and got to go back and forth from niggas on Twitter and all this shit. Now all a nigga can say about it the other night, all nigga can say is you ain't knock him out.
Or like so. Like I
That's
said,
that's
all that.
basically what Floyd Schofield pop said. That's all the nigga said basically. You know that big rant. All he really said is you ain't knock him out.
Yeah. So.
That nigga be tripping, dog. He got to chill too.
Well, right, man. He tripping. I want to see Floyd Schofield fights if paid because, like I said, if you not, if you not hurting him, you're gonna lose because Floyd Schofield not good enough to just be sitting there. Hello, you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
No,
hear
I
me?
can't hear you. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good night of boxing though overall.
No, facts though. I need oh no, we got another good week coming up, man. Your band's Manny Pacquiao, Usyk card, Ban Rodriguez card,
Yeah,
Fedora, Pitbull.
no, yeah. A lot of good cards. Manny Pacquiao, he probably gonna get stopped. Uh,
I do my man Manny like that. He said he motivated as hell.
the Usyk and Dubois fight, I thought that was actually a closer fight than people was giving it. Just because of the youth and the power, I was just in my head like, no matter how good nobody is, usually, if you come out here too long, you're gonna lose. If you keep fighting, then you're gonna eventually lose. So Usyk, I just feel like he always got that chance. Once you're 40 something, you always got that chance where at this point on any given night you can lose to somebody that's not really as good as you just because Father Time can just tap on your shoulder. So
Yeah, man,
and
you just not as fast as this young nigga, man.
and
You not as you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
and that's what's gonna happen with Mario Barrios with Manny Pacquiao. But it's a good thing though, and I'm gonna tell you why it's a good thing because sometimes that's what you need because that's the only thing that can really show you that you've done. Because no disrespect to Mario Barrios, but losing as Manny Pacquiao losing to a Mario Barrios, that's what lets you know that you've done. Because like I said, once again, no disrespect, you're a good champion, but on your best night, this easy money right here. Feel me? We know this easy pay.
Is Manny in his prime or a little out of his prime?
On your best night, even fucking 8 years. You give me 2019 Keith Thurman Pacquiao. This easy money. You don't even got to give me prime Pacquiao. Just give me 29 Pacquiao, 2019 Pacquiao 6 years ago, and he going to beat him because he fucking beat Keith Thurman, so he going to beat him too. So, but if you give me a prime Pacquiao, we stopping him in like 7 rounds. So it's like, and but that's who you gonna have to lose to know. But that's who you gotta lose to. You gotta lose to a motherfucker who in my prime I'd have beat the shit out of to know that you really need to hang this shit up. That's what makes this shit good. Cause like I said, literally every great fighter went to it. Beat Bernard Hopkins. He lost to Joe Smith,
Yeah.
but he regular. And like B Hop told him, you ordinary, I'm extraordinary. And no disrespect to Joe Smith neither, but in the way he right, you is just an ordinary fighter. That's just compared to this guy in his best day, you easy work. You're not really a hard night for real. You're easy payday. So B-Hop losing to him really shows him I really need to cut this shit out. I'm really done now. And that's what
See what
Manny wants.
happened.
Well, right. You gotta lose to somebody who you know you'll beat the shit out of on your best day to know that this shit not your best day no more. You need to cut that shit out. Now, obviously, it's not as much for Usyk, but that's one of the things that was going into that fight. But Dubai started yelling in my man's face,
Dog.
and I seen a Stone Cold Killer. I said, "Oh, never mind. He don't have no shot again. He don't have no shot." That's a Stone Cold Killer, man. That nigga
Man,
ain't flinch,
Usyk a
ain't move,
bad dude, man.
he ain't react at all. I said, "Yeah, he." Even Brian Norman, like I ain't gonna lie, a lot of niggas was clowning him, but when his first reaction was to smile, I ain't gonna lie. My first reaction was that was a Stone Cold Killer. No bullshit. That was my first reaction because the only way you smile, bro, when somebody do some shit like that, that big nigga do some shit like that, is if you feel as safe as before he did it. So it's like, and that's how he truly felt. And he did get brought to the ground with like one hand. Like he did his little 1-2 to show how strong he was. And it was like, that's his first reaction. His first reaction was, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm not in harm's way at all. This shit is
That
fun.
nigga.
That was his first reaction to some shit like that. So it was like I said, a lot of niggas was counting me, but when I seen that, I said, yeah, that really in for some shit. That's a killer right there. That's a Stone Cold Killer. And it kind of reminded me of when Dubai started yelling in Usyk's face and I seen his reaction. There was no emotion, nothing changed. I said, yeah, that's a Stone Cold Killer right there.
No, Usyk. I'm still picking Usyk, but again, I like Dubai though. I like Dubai. You know what I mean? And he had a good first fight. You know what I'm saying? So until the second half started,
Yeah. Dubai said, I stopped him, man. Fuck all that.
he said, "I won that bitch." To the second half started, they didn't count that motherfucker. It was cooked
Yeah.
from that
And that's
point
the
on.
only and that's the only and that's the only real chance I give Dubai is like I said, when you a skilled guy, you fighting these big punches early on, you kind of need the fight to go on. Like even a Kaya Bell, like I remember I always bring that fight up with the Zane fight where I said he make it past these first 4 rounds and don't get knocked out or get hurt all crazy. He be all right. He got dropped in round 3. And that's the same for Usyk. Usually for these skilled guys, they need the fight to go on just a little bit more than these big, stronger one punch guys. Because like I said, I need the fight to unfold. So the fight we can get deeper and deeper, and then now it's becoming who better when the fight get in the trenches and we got to pull different bags out. That's when the skilled guy can really take it over. But when we first go on plan A, then second round we on plan B, it's like, all right, the super strong guy, he got 3-4 plans for the first 3-4 rounds. But the skill guy got like 8-9 plans. But for him to max out, I gotta get it to round 4 or 5, and then he don't have no plans anymore because he not as skilled
He
as
just
me.
swinging to kill at that point.
So it's like that's the only thing Usyk got to worry about. That first half is always going to be crucial because you're always dealing with a strong, fast, athletic, young person in his prime. So the first 6 rounds, that's gonna be the danger factor. He get out of the first 6, it's takeover time from there. It's takeover time from there. If he make it out of that, but that's the danger zone though, that first 6. But 7-12, Dubai, he don't want to see 7-12.
You're gonna be in this bag.
Yeah, he don't
I like Dubai,
want to see
man.
7-12.
He punching on shit for sure.
No, that's why I said that danger zone, Usyk, because like I said, they powerful. So flash knockdown, flash just hurting you real quick. That's almost bound to come with a guy like that, just because the niggas is strong as shit, man. Like, so it's like he gonna have a time where he crack you. Don't always gotta get your legs to shake or stomach you, but he gonna have a time where he crack you. You gotta get your shit together, little stuff like that. Like I said, he gonna be powerful in the first 4 rounds, so just don't get knocked out.
Let me run this nigga outside. Are you about to hop off?
Yeah, I'm about to say that we got